2025 was full of unexpectations. Just like many of us never imagined Will, the quietest kid, suddenly getting powers and beating shit out of demogorgons, same thing happened in AI world that we never imagined.
While everyone was expecting watching Nvidia flexing its GPUs, Nvidia just pulled its biggest move ever. Alright, I want to talk about something very important that just happened in the AI world. Nvidia, the undisputed king of AI chips, just made a very strategic move which can change the future of AI forever. So Nvidia is making its largest purchase ever, acquiring assets from 9-year-old chip startup Groq for about $20 billion. And as part of the deal, Nvidia will hire Groq founder Jonathan Ross, President Sunny Madra, and other employees. As per CNBC report, Nvidia is acquiring assets from Groq for $20 billion. Nvidia said that this is not an acquisition of the company and did not comment on the scope of the deal. But if numbers are accurate, this purchase is expected to be Nvidia's largest ever, and with Groq on its side, Nvidia is poised to become even more dominant in chip manufacturing. Now, to understand why this deal is very important for the future of AI, we need to talk about inference. In simple words, inference is what happens every single time you talk to ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or any AI assistant. And inference are not a one-time run. It runs billions times per day. Power is becoming one of the biggest bottlenecks in AI, and that's why Nvidia targeting the core problem. GPUs are incredibly powerful, but they're also general purpose, complex, and sometimes unpredictable at scale. While generating tokens, responding in real time, or streaming answers smoothly without lagging and not burning insane amounts of power, GPUs start showing cracks. Most GPU systems, inference is affected by dynamic scheduling, caches, resource contention, and memory traffic. That means latency jitter. That predictability matters a lot for real-time chat, streaming responses, voice models. This is the difference between it usually feels fast and it always feels fast. Here's the clip where Groq founder Jonathan Ross explains inference is bottlenecked by latency, how Groq's architecture tackles these limits better than GPU.
You mentioned that you think that your architecture is superior to the GPU for inference. Obviously, if I were up here talking to Jensen Huang, he would have a different point of view. I think, he believes pretty strongly that NVIDIA GPUs are still the best thing for inferencing. Explain your point of view. Why isn't he right?
Well, we are faster for inference, we're lower cost, and we're lower energy. So there could be something else that he's measuring for inference that we're not tracking that they're better at, but on those three we're better. I actually view it very synergistically. So I like to say that Groq is the best thing that's ever happened to NVIDIA's shareholders. And the reason I say this is inference is going to be a high volume, low margin market. NVIDIA is going to build every single GPU that they can physically manufacture this year. AMD is going to do the same thing. They're limited by the HBM, which is the memory. That's the bottleneck. And they're going to sell every single GPU that they build. The thing is, that's not enough. Even if they sell every single GPU that they can physically build, that's not enough for the amount of compute demand that there is out there. On top of that, every time they sell for inference, when you're paying the 70–80% margin on a GPU, you have to charge that to your end users. Inference is it's a high volume, low margin business. Now, if we start deploying a large number of inference chips, NVIDIA, AMD, they can sell their GPUs for training, which they're really good at. And they can keep that margin high because you can amortize that over the 10 to 20x more compute that you're going to need for inference.
We all know that Nvidia is already dominating AI training and is set to lead inference too. As tech companies compete to grow their AI capabilities, they need computing power, and Nvidia's GPUs have emerged as the industry standard. But Groq has been working on a different type of chip called an LPU, Language Processing Unit, which it has claimed can run LLMs at 10 times faster and using 1/10 the energy. Groq's LPU runs inference on a fixed planned schedule, doing same operations in same order and timing. Personally, I think this Nvidia Groq move is one of those moments that won't feel big today, but will look obvious in hindsight. This isn't about Nvidia being scared of GPUs losing relevance. It's about Nvidia realizing that the future isn't just raw power, it's predictability. In my opinion, Nvidia is trying to protect itself from a future where memory price and memory supply decide who can scale inference And Groq's value is mainly a different memory strategy plus a compiler team that can actually make it work. If this breakdown helped you see the why behind the headline, hit the like button. It really helps this channel grow. What do you think about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new around here, subscribe this channel for more AI news and updates.